Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Catholic Quest YouTube channel. This is going to be episode 2 of Detroit Become Human, and we're going to go right into this. But just before I start, I want to make things a little clearer. I went through, let's see, the next 3-4 chapters or so. Unfortunately, there were technical issues and my audio didn't record because I am recording with a new setup than the first chapter, the first episode that we recorded. So that's why these chapters are unlocked. But it's okay. Hopefully it won't detract too much from the experience. And the last thing, as I said earlier, I've played this game before. I said this in the last episode. And I'm going to be reacting live. I'm not going to be making the exact same choices that I made the first time. And I also will not be going over anything that might happen in the future, so as to not spoil anything for anyone. So I'll just be reacting to what is going on in the moment. Alright, with that out of the way, we're going to jump right into it. Last time we went and saved the hostage, which was a little girl, and we went through the opening. Now we're going to jump right into Shades of Color, which is in fact going to introduce us to our third character. And we'll start from the beginning. Save my progress or do not save my progress? Let's go with save. It's asking me that because, again, I went through it, but technical issues happened. November 5th, 2038. We are... well, from the time of release of this game, 20 years in the future. That girl has the same jacket as the girl we saw in the last episode, saying hi to Kara or whatever.
Yes, I think that's enough.
Here, let me help you.
Oh,
Got an android helping out an old man who is having trouble walking. That's nice. I'm glad he's at least getting that help. If there's nobody around to help him, maybe like his kids or something, that would be better, but if they helped him. But barring that, an android taking care of the baby, I don't know. I don't feel good about that one.
water.
Rather, if I was a parent, I'd rather take care of my own child, personally. Or at least get another human to take care of him. That child's going to be learning a lot, so probably best to learn from a human rather than an android. They'll pick up on human emotions and things like that way. I can't cross because this character is coded to not cross when the light is red. So I'm just waiting for the green light. There it is. Press R2 to use GPS, and that's just going to tell us where to go. We need to go to the paint shop. Oh, come on. You can't just litter like that. Yep, android's cleaning up. It's like, oh, not my job. Just throw it on the floor. That's a little messed up. Just because an android is doing it doesn't mean we have to be lazy.
No soul. A pale copy of our creator. The machines are observing us. They're waiting in the darkness for the right moment to take our place. For it is written, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. God will not let this happen. No, he will not allow his creation to be led astray by these artificial demons.
Interesting.
Why do you look at me so, demon? I know who you are. I can see through you.
Literally hates androids.
You are the one by whom the evil will come. You are the one who will destroy Detroit.
Yeesh.
My brethren, We have to turn our backs on sin.
We do have to turn our backs
We
on
have to
sin.
burn
I do
the
agree with him.
androids. Let us burn them all.
Okay, we can't burn the androids because they're not our property.
Sinners. The end is nigh.
Can't just go around burning other people's property. Technology can be used for evil. In and of itself it's not evil, okay? So I hope that I'm using technology right now to do some good in the world. I could also use it to do bad. And that's just the reality of the situation, just like with anything. Oh, that person just completely ignored him. Unfortunately, this is the situation with a lot of homeless people.
I don't need much, just enough for a cup of coffee.
I don't think we can help this man, because that's probably not within our code. He lost his job to androids. You look at the sign. We read it in the opening too. I'm not sure if this is the same man or not, but in the last episode. And yeah, I mean, replaced by androids, that's not good. Society has seemingly abandoned him. You know, replaced by androids. Androids will just do the job faster for cheaper, etc. And people are just completely ignoring him as if he's not a person, which he absolutely is and deserves our help. Yeah, I think we could treat the homeless with a bit more respect, even within our own lives. And for those worried about homeless people going to buy drugs or alcohol with the money that you give them, maybe buy them a cup of coffee instead, or go buy them a sandwich, get them lunch, a snack, something. And that way you could help out and also be sure that they're not going to be using your generosity in the wrong way. So why don't we go ahead and get the paint.
Identification verified. Here is your order number 847. That will be $63.99. Please confirm payment.
Let's go ahead and pay.
Payment confirmed.
The next generation of wireless payment.
Transaction complete.
Not a single thank you, because, I mean, why would a machine say thank you to another machine? They're just doing what they're programmed to do. And before I go any further, since I have PTSD from the last 3 episodes that I recorded, I'm going to check that I'm recording my audio. Okay, I'm back from checking that my audio is recording. Turns out it is. As you probably found out within the last, 10 minutes or so of me talking. Well, now that we have the paint, I assume... Gotta go back if I remember correctly. Take the bus home. Yes, I do remember correctly. They're protesting.
Androids are stealing our jobs.
Oh.
Going, tin can?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay. Hey guys, check it out. We got one of those tin cans here.
Yo.
Look at this little. You steal our jobs, but you can't even stand up.
Let's get up, I suppose. Okay. Whoa, calm down, man.
Do it.
All right. It's enough. Leave it alone.
Thank you, officer.
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
What lesson is there to teach?
Damage it, I'm gonna have to find you.
We're gonna take your job next. See how you like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, obviously I understand where he's coming from. He probably lost his job. probably millions others have lost their jobs too to this android, or these androids. But you can't go around damaging other people's property. And besides, teach him a lesson. I mean, I'm an android. Right? There's no lesson to be taught. It's just following code. And even if there was a lesson to be learned for an android, the way he went about it was giving into anger, wrecking people's property, and that's unacceptable behavior. Besides the way he was treating something that looks very human, right? Obviously he's not human, but looks very human. I wonder if he'd be willing to do the exact same thing to a real human. I hope not, but it makes you think. Oh, the android compartment. Looks like we have some human and android segregation, if you will. They're clearly trying to invoke memories of the history of the United States, especially back when there was slavery, and Jim Crow laws and segregation, all those horrible, horrible things. Obviously, those are wrong. You can't treat a person as less than just because of the color of their skin or how they look. Ultimately, if they're human, then they are human. I feel like that's a fairly straightforward thing to say, but it always wasn't. It was actually very controversial in certain parts of the country in a certain period of time. But I'm glad that is behind us. Obviously, there are still some people who are racist, and that is unfortunate. And we should always be striving to fight against that in a charitable and loving way. Of course, we don't want violence. But, yeah. But obviously here, I don't think the same situation applies. I don't think it's inherently evil to put androids in their own little place within a bus. Since they're not human, it's they can't enjoy the same rights that humans are owed because they are not human, even though they look as such. But yeah, that was that. I am going to... Let's do one more. I think that one was pretty short. So we're back with Kara, and I'm blanking on this man's name, if they even brought it up in the first place. I don't think they have. So Kara's coming back home after being fixed. I guess an android doctor patched her up, we'll say. This game has a very somber tone at times.
2 weeks, so the place is a mess. You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... Brat gone now. Alice! Alice! Oh, there you are. That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath.
Hi, Alice.
Got it?
Yes, Todd.
Get started down here, then you do upstairs.
That's some rough language to be using in front of a kid. I'm just saying. As a parent, you might want to be more... how would I put it? Gentle? More gentle with your language, perhaps. Call me crazy. I don't know that we should be teaching kids bad words. So 2 weeks gone, and this place is a mess, apparently. Does he not do any work? Is having an android making us that lazy that we can't put away dishes?
Yeah,
Probably. That's not healthy.
maybe.
Dishwasher not working.
Depends on what
Well, this
you
is a
need.
very run-down place of town, as you saw from entering into this house.
Yeah,
If we have androids taking over jobs, can we at least, have them fix up these areas? Maybe make it less gloomy looking.
yeah, same place. You know.
That'd be nice. Take care of the poor. Let's go ahead and wash these dishes.
TV on.
Jesus says, in the end, people will be separated into two sides. One side will, he says, I was hungry and you fed me. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I'll post the exact chapter and verse on screen now. And he also says to the other group, I was hungry and you did not feed me. I was thirsty and you didn't give me drink.
Yes, Todd?
Bring me a cold beer.
Right away.
And, both groups ask him, at what point did we see you hungry and feed you or not feed you, depending on the group? Well, he says in response that every time you did it to somebody, whether it's the poor or the hungry, whatever the case might be, you did it to him. And he really, really identifies with the poor. Blessed are the poor. Different gospel has it, blessed are the poor in spirit, but I think we could take both to heart. What do you say? Oh, he wants a drink. Sorry, I was distracted. Let's get you a drink, sir. Do our job. There you go. It's a lot of beer bottles. What else do I need to take? Let's take the trash out. Oh, never mind. We're picking up trash. My bad. But yeah, the reason I went into those verses is because I noticed the houses in this area were run down, and considering there's so many androids taking over jobs, how have we not spent the time and care and money to, help these people out? Any trash in the laundry room? No. Now, again, I played through this game, but I don't remember everything. Now, this chapter I've actually played through, as I stated recently. Thank you. There we go. And I remember what happens in this chapter. Clean coffee table, and now we need to clean the kitchen. Why can't I move sometimes? Please? Okay. I guess I couldn't move the other way for some reason. There's so many pizza pizza boxes. Can't speak. And beer bottles, for that matter. Take the trash here. Yes. I wasn't sure if it was out the back or out the front. Look at this. This place is, kind of run down a bit. He doesn't seem to be too rich, by the way. I'm not sure how he was able to afford an android that takes care of everything. I think they're worth thousands of dollars. Many thousands. Language, bro. What's wrong?
Out of the way, for sake!
I'm sorry, Todd. It won't happen again.
Wow. Sorry, bro. Oh, I could finish first floor.
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
Apologies. Is that... oh, yeah, he's lighting up drugs right now. Which... Yeah, you see it on the table. So, well, whoa, I don't know what was happening with the red graphics there. But he's getting high, and we can't stop him, unfortunately. Drugs are evil. They are, oh, can we interact with the kid? Yes, we can. Wow,
That's a pretty toy.
he is not nice to his daughter, is he?
What's its name?
Okay, no response. Is that a raccoon? Yeah. What's that? Credit card application form. Rejected. Must have bad credit and stuff. Overdrawn an account. Yeah, he's not rich. How is he able to afford an Android? Unless he's had the Android for a long time, like before he, maybe he had money in the past, I'm not sure. Obviously, he's using drugs. That's probably taking a lot of his money away. And, yeah, drugs are not okay. They're not to be used, particularly recreationally. Recreationally. Now, something could be said about medical use for certain drugs, but we want to be careful about that as well to make sure that we actually do require it, and we're not just taking it for the enjoyment of it. But yeah, the reason that they're immoral, in case you're wondering, and alcohol is permissible, is actually, it's fairly somewhat straightforward, at least. And drugs, let's take the example of marijuana, for example. You don't take marijuana for the enjoyment of, oh, this is a nice smoke or whatever. No, you take it particularly to get high, and you are purposely altering your state of mind. You're faking a feeling that is not reality, right? And yeah, that's part of it. The other part is that you're putting yourself in a position where you will do things that you wouldn't have done otherwise. One of those things might be just taking poor care of your body, overeating and all that stuff. And other things might include driving while high, endangering others as a result, participating in sexual activities outside of the bounds of marriage, leading you into lust and other sexual sin. Blurting out things that you otherwise would never have said. That's a cool looking front of a car. And getting drunk is immoral for essentially the same reason. Medication warning. Modification 10. Antidepressant. And there's a gun. Again with the gun. What is with parents? At least the other guy had it in a locked case. Here it's just in a drawer sitting around. Seriously? You gotta lock your guns up. Legally, you have to. And I don't know if that's the same in every state. But here in California, I'm pretty sure you have to have it locked up properly. So yeah, alcohol immoral for the... Getting drunk is immoral for the same reasons as stated above. Now, you could have a drink or two of beer and not get drunk, and, you're just doing so because you enjoy the taste of certain beer or even whiskey or whatever the case might be, some wine. Reminds me that... Sorry, we read that. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Bye-bye magazine.
Watch it.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't even in your way, man. You could go around me. You don't have to push. Yeah. Now, if you're drinking for the sake of altering your state of mind, then that's immoral. Oh yeah, so it reminds me of the time that Jesus performed his first public miracle at the wedding at Cana. And, you know, he turned the water into wine. There are other instances in the Gospels which seem to point that to the direction that Jesus might have, you know, drank alcohol. Didn't get drunk, mind you. Okay, remember, Jesus did not sin. But drinking alcohol inherently is not necessarily sinful. And I believe St. Paul says to Timothy in his letter to drink a little wine for his stomach. So it seems like a medicinal use there. Yeah.
I just want to tidy up.
Hi,
your
Alice.
room.
We're just going to clean up.
I only need 2 minutes. Is that okay, Alice?
She's very skittish. Probably as a result of her dad being very aggressive, I would say. You know, there's a surprising amount of kids that are actually, you know, being abused and stuff, and it's very, very sad. You want to be on the lookout for things like that, whether it's bruising or other things. Now, I know we could open this up. I need to remember how. I think we make Alice happy. Can I interact, please? Neil. There we go. Friendly.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
That'd be nice. Gara?
Your father said you chose my name. Kara. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice
How did
name.
you choose it? You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite foods. That would really help me. You're very quiet. I hope I don't scare you.
Aw. Notice how she was constantly warming up to me because I asked her about her interests. You know, I took interest in her rather than being aggressive and saying horrible language and all this other stuff. Oh, but she gave me a key. I assume it's for this, if I remember. Yes. A picture of dad and mom, I assume. Four-leaf clover. If it was a three-leaf clover, I'd have made a connection to the Holy Trinity. Looked like a happy family. I wonder what happened. Didn't want to ask her about her mother because I didn't see her around, and I assume that's a sensitive subject. Remember when I said we should be careful to look out for bruises and things like that? Looks like she got hurt. Maybe she fell, who knows? She draws her dad as grumpy. Probably the only way she sees him now. Hitting Kara. And considering that Alice was probably friends with Kara in the past, I mean, she even gave her name. Yeah, he broke Kara. She probably was traumatized by that. Okay. Take a look at this book. Alice in Wonderland. Just a little bit on the nose. Just a little, though. No biggie. Has nothing to do with Alice's name or anything like that. Anything else I need to clean here? She has a lot of books for a kid her age. You know, my goodness. The last time I played through this chapter, it literally took me like 10 minutes to find one tiny thing that I had to do. And I really hope that that doesn't happen again. Well, you know what? Again, with the magic of editing, you won't have to suffer with me. Okay, I figured it out. Ask Todd for new instructions. This time I was missing nothing and I was looking for something. Alright. I'm great at this. Let's go ahead and go downstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
Oh.
You're playing. I know what you're thinking. You think your dad's a lowlife,
She didn't say that.
huh? Loser?
Language.
Can't get a job, take care of his family? Don't you think I tried to make things work? But whatever I do, when someone comes along, they just all up!
Whoa.
I know what you think of me. You hate me. You hate me, don't you?
Todd.
Say it!
Stop.
You hate me!
Oh my goodness. Well, of course she's gonna be skittish.
God. What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
Well, if he loves her, he sure has a strange way of showing it. And that's exactly what I mean about the drugs, by the way. Puts you in a situation where you would do things and say things that you otherwise wouldn't have. And that was unacceptable. Yeah, looks like we missed a few things at the beginning, but we got everything done at the end, so that's nice. So yeah, a few deep things happening, and I think this is a very interesting start to the story. I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I want to thank you all for watching another episode and going along this journey with me. If you want to see more, please click on the next one, and if you are feeling like you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with people who you think might benefit from this kind of thing. And yeah, I hope you learned a bit more about the faith as well. And remember, open up the door when Christ comes knocking. Bye-bye.